Hi everybody, it's Ms.Salazar speaking and welcome to math class. Today we're going to review place value because you have a quiz on Wednesday. Here we have a review. We have the ones and the tens. Let's see. Here we have the ones, which are like individual blocks, and then we have the tens. And imagine the tens as if they were lines of 10 blocks, like the ones we used to do in practice. So at the bottom, we see that we have 8 tens and 3 ones. 3 ones and 8 tens. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 tens. Now, how many crayons are there altogether? So remember, in your tens, all you have to do is like add a 0. So you have 8 and you add a 0, so that would be 80. So that means that you have a total of 80 crayons right here, and then on this side you have 3 crayons. So if you were to add this together, 80 plus 3, that's 83. Okay? 80 and 3 make 83. So remember, on your ones, you're going to leave it just like that. You're not going to add anything. You're not going to add any zeros. On your tens, you're going to add 1 0. So if you have 8, you add the 0, that would be 80. Okay? Let's see. Here we have how many stamps are there. So count by tens. You see, one whole line of 10 blocks. And then we have another whole line of 10 blocks. And then another one, and then another, and then another. And if you see, we have 10 blocks of 10, which make 100. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have 10 lines of 10 blocks because each line has 10 blocks. We have one block here, another one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see? So 10 lines of 10 blocks make 100, okay? Just like the little girl says, count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. There you go. That is 100 blocks, okay? Let's look at this side over here. Here we have the table and we have the tens and the ones and we have some pictures. So in the pictures we have 2 tens, 1 10, another 10, that's 2 tens, and 6 ones, 6 individual blocks. So how much is that? 2 tens and 6 1. Remember, your ones, you're going to leave it exactly the way it is, and in your tens, you're going to add a 0. So that would be 20 plus 6, which is 26. Okay, you're going to do exactly the same thing with everything else. Here you have a 4 and a 3. A 4 in your tens, you're going to add a 0. Let's add a 0 right here, so you can see it. There you go. Oh, nope. So anyways, you're going to add a 0, and that would be 40. So 40 plus 3, that's 43. 40 plus 3, 43, okay? And again with this tens, you have 5 and 7. How do you know you have 5? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 lines of 10 blocks, so that would mean you have 5 tens, okay? 5 tens. And then in the ones, you have 7. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have 7 individual blocks. So in your tens, you're going to add a 0, and that would be 50 plus 7 is 57. There you go. Here we have page 20, and we're going to discuss this in class, okay? We're going to discuss this in class. Here we have the table, hundreds, tens, and ones. So this is a review for the quiz again, but in the next slide, you will have the answers. Okay, so let's see. Here we have a table, and it says hundreds, tens, and ones. So what number does each chart show? Let's see, in the hundreds, we don't have anything, so that's definitely a 0. We don't have anything here. In the tens, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, 50. Remember, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a 5, and you can add a 0. Or you can just count like what I did, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and you have 50. In the ones, you have 1, 2, 3, 3 and 3, that's 6. So 50 plus 6, that would be 56. And there's your answer. Let's see, in B we have hundreds, tens, and ones. So now we have hundreds. Let's see, we have 100, 200, 300. So we have 300. And then in the tens we have 10, 20. We have 20. And in the ones we have 3 plus 2, that's 5. So let's see, 300 plus 20 plus 5, that's easy. Take the first number, 3. Take the second number right here. This is your second number. First number, second number, third number. So in your first number, you take the first digit, 3. In the second number, you take the first digit, 2. And in your last number, you take the only digit that you have, which is 5. 325. Let's see, we have letter C, hundreds. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, we have 3 and 3, that's 6, 600. And we have another 100, that's 700. So we have 700s. Let's do that again. We have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. You could also say that we have 1, 2, 3. So 3 and 3, that's 6. And you have 100, so that's 2 zeros. That's 600 plus 100, 700. And then in the tens, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And you could add the 0 just like what I said before, or you could just count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and it's the same thing. And in the ones, we have only one chip. So what do? 700 plus 60 plus 1, you take the first digit, 7, the first digit, 6, and the only digit that you have here is 1. 761. Let's do letter D. In letter D, you have hundreds, you have 400s, 100, 200, 300, 400. 400. Remember that in your hundreds, you're always going to have 2 zeros, and in the tens, you're going to have 1. Okay? In the tens, you have 10, 20, 30. 30. And in your ones, you have nothing. You have a 0, you have nothing. So that would be 4 from the 400, 3 from the tens, and you literally have nothing in your one, so that would be a 0. So that would be 430. Let's see, in letter E, we have 100, 200, 300, 300 plus 300, that's 600. Okay, we have 600. In your tens, you have nothing, so that's a 0. And in your ones, you have 3 and 3, that's 6. So you have 600. You're going to take your 6, the very first digit. Here you have 0, so you're just going to add 0. And then 6 in your last number. 606, okay? And that is how you can do this part of the quiz with the tables, hundreds, tens, and ones. Again, here we have page 21, and we're going to discuss this one in class. So I'm not going to write in this one, we're going to discuss it in class. Here we have the word form to numbers, and we can have it vice versa. So in the test, or I should say in the quiz, because it's really a quiz, we're going to discuss having the word form and then finding the number, and you're going to have to do vice versa. You're going to have the number and then you're going to have to find the word form. Okay, everybody, so here you have the answer sheet. We have 320. There you go. 320. We have 440. That's this one right here. 440. We have 541 right here. 541. Remember that your first digit is going to be in your hundreds. This would be in your hundreds, and then you're going to have your tens, and after the tens, you're going to have your ones right here. There you go. 100, tens, and ones. So you have 541. 500. You have your 40, and then you have your 1. 541. Okay, let's see. We have 792. This would be this one right here. 792. 404. That's easy. There you go. 404. Very simple. 514. 500 right here, and then your 14. Let's see, we have 790. Nope, 729. Interesting. 729. That would be this one right here. 729. Let's see, we have 958. Okay, 958. Okay, 58. 985. That would be this one right here, the very last one. Well, this is your last one. 985. 985. Okay,